Because of the power of this technology in the hand of China, your president is on errand. He's not there as a president in Europe, going to Saudi Arabia, going to Jerusalem, going to Vatican, then going to Belgium to tell the Belgium the monarchy is over, you overstepped your line. Going to NATO immediately to report how much information was stolen by Belgians and shared by North Korea. And then your president on an errand by the instruction of the Chinese leadership is back to Sardinia, to G7, to report exactly what the Chinese found out. And because of the power of technology in their hand and correct conduct, the punishment of what happens has to be decided what they're going to do with the countries which stole the technology, tried to use it in North Korea against China, and the Chinese are fully aware of it. And Chinese president 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, met or made a call to your president. It's your job, you stop it, not mine, because we can stop our own end. We are aware the Chinese can stop the North Korean, what they call rocket technology, which is stolen from NATO by the Belgians, the head of European Space Agency, being connected with the Belgium nuclear, Belgium space, and Belgium electronics. They supplied in the back door the North Korea to launch their rockets. Chinese found out their support from Vatican, and in so many ways was a pressure on China to split China open. China became aware of what was in plan to literally break open China using the Muslims in west side of China, financed by the Israelis to push them the way they did in Libya. And then a visit was planned by the Pope to visit China in the fall, winter of this year and beginning of the unrest in China. Chinese found out, the intelligence was accepted. They called President Trump and they said, it's your job to stop. So what you see at the moment, what is called the peace trip, bringing religions together, is in a way Chinese putting the red card out. Muslims cannot start wars and destruction in the west of China the way they've been financed by Israel. They've been told off. Now he's into Vatican. Vatican has financed nuclear development through Belgium. They're going to get the red card because it was a trip planned to Pope to be there. We know this firsthand because of the intelligence we have. And then he's going to Belgium to sell to the Belgian king. The kingdom is over. Belgium will be turned into a democracy by presidentship because they have used, there was a fear that if anything happens to Belgium, there could be problem for EU. The problem is resolved. The king of Belgium will abdicate and the presidency will rule the Central Europe as a Belgium. This is what will be discussed because Belgium have stolen a lot of technology and they have passed it to Korea and other nations. NATO was stripped of its knowledge and its weapon technology by the head of European Space Agency groups, which are Belgians. And you will just follow what I told you. You will see why the trip is planned this way. And then whatever has been decided, we'll be discussing NATO to see damage limitation, how much technology has been stolen out of NATO, how much space technology has been stolen out of French space organization. And then we hear what G7 has to do, and most probably in the next 2 years, we see the end of kingship in Belgium, beginning of what we've been telling you, how we've been taught that the end of kingship, because this is the knowledge we have out of where we sit, and we respect His Excellency, President Xi, for his wisdom, for his correct conduct. Instead of creating wars and conflict, he made a call to the President Trump and explained the situation. They have found out about a coup. They found out about destruction of another war financed by using religion as a way. So what we see your president is on a trip is more or less You don't do it, we cash in the depths of the United States. There'll be no United States, Europe will collapse. So what to you is that the president is on unifying the religions, is actually punishing the religions. Who's started the war, who was planning to do it. And this goes back to wisdom of His Excellency President Xi, with the information which they had in their hand. Because don't forget, North Korea, out of nowhere, a country which cannot even feed this nation, becoming launching rockets, was going into nuclear, and nobody could understand. Now we understand it was financed by Vatican. It's understood the technology was stolen, transferred by Belgium into North Korea to put pressure on China when the Pope goes for a visit. And Chinese became aware of this, and it will not happen. There will nothing happen. China will stay as one united nation, as one nation, and we respect it, we honor their territory. And it comes out of having the technology in their hand, and they know they can block a lot of things.
Okay, well, thank you. That's quite an interesting geopolitical analysis. And
it's not the analysis, it's a fact. We can deliver data, papers,
okay,
communications.
I understand.